Mr. Rush's music tutorial clips. Have you seen the clip of him?
Okay, welcome back. We're going to go straight back into Garageband, and I'm going to open up where I was in the previous lesson, which is we were playing around with the loops, and I had selected 4 loops that I liked, and I had dragged them into this arranger window, and I've played them, and I've balanced them a bit. If you remember on the left here, you can turn these dials up and down to change the volume, and you do that by just dragging this bit here, come up there, just to the right of where the drum kit is, there's a little grey line, and that's where you touch and pull the screen across, and you'll get the controls, and that's where you can mute tracks, that's that button, or you can solo tracks, but that gets a bit confusing, so I won't do that too much, and you can turn the volume up and down as you wish. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you how to make our song longer, because at the moment it's only 8 bars long. What we need to do is, there is a plus button, if you can see, it's not there now because I've just put that there, but once I let go of this, just on the right underneath the question mark, there is a plus button, and if we press that, we get given a drop down menu with song sections, and section A is what we've got so far, and it's 8 bars, so we're going to add another section, and it's going to be called section B, and then I'm going to add another section, and it's going to be called section C, and then finally I'm going to add another section, and it's going to be called section D. Okay, this is the careful thing you've got to do, because if I was to just click out of there, it would now only show me section D, and I haven't got anything in section D, so it would just be a blank screen. So what you have to do before you come out of it is to press the button where it says all selections, and now if you just press anywhere outside of that drop down menu, you'll see that now your piece of music is 4 times longer than it was before, and that means you can start to arrange all of your loops into different places within your arranger window, within your piece of music. And you can do that by just holding and dragging the samples, the loops that you've got. So for example, if I wanted to just have the festival mallets start, but then I wanted the drums to come in a bit later, I could drag the drums to over here. Now the accordion as well, I want that to come in a bit later, and maybe I want this kick to come in halfway between A and B, section A and B. So what you can do is you can make each loop smaller by dragging the ends. Can you see? And I can drag it and make it longer, or I can drag it and make it shorter, and I just hold the end. I can do it either end. I can move it like that, or I can shrink the size and make it longer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it 2 bars long like that, and then I'm going to move it over here. So now we've got the festival mallets. They play for 2 bars without anything else, and then they play again, but this time with the kick drum in, and then after that at the start of section B you'll see that then the accordion comes in with the kits, but I want the festival mallets to continue in section B, so what you do is you press on the festival mallets once, the green rectangle, and you can see it's highlighted now, press it again, and it will give me the option to copy or delete or trim and do all lots of other things, but we're going to copy it, and once I've copied it we can paste it, but this thing along here is called a cursor, and we've got to make sure that the cursor is in the position where we want it to paste from. And now once it's in the position we want it to paste from, we now press in the area we want it to paste. So it's on the festival mallets line just to the right of the green rectangle, and I press it once, I press it twice, and then I can paste it, and you'll see that it has now appeared, and I can do that with any of the tracks that I've got. So I could do it with this kick, I can press it once, press it twice, copy, and then I put the cursor where I want that to happen from. So maybe I want to happen it there, halfway between B and C, and then I press the area twice and paste will come up as an option, and then I press paste. Okay, and then maybe I want everything to be copied and pasted at section C. So I can draw a box collecting all of the things that I want to copy, so I can copy all of them at the same time. And then I press any of those boxes twice. I go to copy, and then you'll see the cursor has to be in the right place, and then I press anywhere in the area that I want any of them to go, and then I press paste, and it's pasted it, and then I can press paste again in the area that's still not got anything on. And there, I've now got a piece of music that lasts for 4 sections, and each section is 8 bars long. So that's 34 bars I've got. It's 32, my apologies. There goes my poor maths. Here we go, let's see what it sounds like. Okay, I just deleted that last bit because I thought it's probably needs something else to happen at that point. But so your job now is to take what you have, the loops that you have dragged into your piece, and to arrange them into a piece of music that lasts for 32 bars. Okay, now don't forget you press the plus button to add some sections. And don't forget, you've got to, when you copy and paste, you've got to make sure the cursor is where you want it to paste from. And try to also, I didn't mention this before, but try to keep all of your samples starting and ending where one of the sections starts or ends. So you can see at the top, it says A, section A there, section B there, section C there, and section D. Make sure that all your sections either start at the beginning of section C, or at least end at the end of a section. So if you look at my kick, it doesn't start at the beginning of each section, but it does end, and it starts halfway between C and D. So it makes it nice and neat. If you had something that looked a bit like this, then it would be a real muddle, and it would be breaking lots and lots of rules of music by having things starting at strange times like that. So just make sure that everything starts and ends at the beginning or the end of each section. That's fine, that one. So I'm just putting them back to make sure they're in the right place. Now remember, you can copy and paste, or you can just increase the length of pieces by dragging the end, but just make sure you don't stop halfway between a bar. Make sure you stop either at the end of a section or halfway through a section. Okay, and yes, and or you can just drag things about by pressing it, highlighting it, and then moving them around wherever you want. You've got to make sure you keep them on the same line. You can't then move this up to here because it's a wrong thing. So keep them on the same line all the time. Okay, so good luck. Have fun arranging your loops into a piece of music that lasts 32 bars.
Mr. Rush's music tutorial clips. Have you seen the clip of him?